Hi everybody, so today I wanted to go over a new device that I just purchased. It is a Nikon WU-1b wireless mobile adapter. This is it right here. As you can see, it's pretty small. It's smaller than the diameter of a quarter. When I purchased it, it came with obviously the device and this little plastic carrying case. It allows you to attach this to your camera strap so you can always have this device on you. I don't use a strap very often, so I just use this plastic case just to house or to hold the wireless mobile device. The device is compatible with, this particular model is compatible with the D600 as well as the Nikon V1 and J1 cameras. What this does is it allows you to wirelessly transfer pictures from your camera to either an Android device or your iOS device. I use an iPhone and an iPad, so I'll be doing this review with those with an iOS device, but it also works with Android as well. The reason why I got this device was mainly because there are times when I'm out and I want to transfer the images from my camera to my device to share, not have to wait till I get home. So let's say you're at a party and you have your camera, and you're usually, if you're watching this video, you're usually the photographer, so you're taking photos and people look at your camera and oh, can I have a copy of that, or do you mind send that over to me? So yeah, sure. So what I end up always doing is when I get home, then I gotta download the images, I'll edit them and then I'll email them out or something like that. But for something really quick and easy, this would allow me just to take the images right off the camera, right onto my phone or iPad, and then just email it right from there. I can do a little post-processing as well on my iPad. So that's the main reason why I got it. It also allows you to, it also acts as a remote shutter release as well, and I'll go over that in a demonstration of how this thing works. So essentially that's the reason why I bought it. I know that there are other wireless solutions out there. There's the iFi card, there's a Cam Ranger, which is much more expensive, and it's much more of a full tethering device. This is not a full tethering device. It only gives you some limited features, but I knew that going into it. So if you're expecting a full tethering device, this isn't it. It allows, the main reason why I bought it was just basically to transfer images from my camera to my iOS device on the fly. I probably will never use it as a remote shutter. Although, when I was messing with it, it is really helpful if you're taking a self-portrait and you have wide open apertures. I don't know if any of you tried to take a self-portrait and you're all by yourself at aperture like 1.4 or 1.2. It's really difficult to focus, to get that super shallow depth of field. Well, if you have this, you can select your focus point and it works really great. So then you don't have to guess on your focus anymore. Anyway, let me go on with the demonstration how this works, and then I'll give you my conclusion and my final thoughts on the device. Okay, what you first have to do is connect the WU-1b wireless device to your camera, which is what I'm doing here. Okay, so now that you have your camera turned on, you have the wireless device plugged into it, and I have my camera set up on a tripod, you're all set to start taking photos with it remotely if you'd like. So the first thing you need to do is connect it to your wireless device. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and use my iPad, but you can use your iPhone or your iPad. I'm using my iPad because it's easier. I think you can see it more on the video. So go to your settings on your iPad. You need to connect to it using the Wi-Fi settings. So you go to your Wi-Fi, and then you'll see it here, Nikon WU, and then some serial numbers. You tap on that, and then now you are connected to the camera. You can go ahead and close that, open the app. Now, when you open the app initially, it'll look like this because the app is not iPad ready. So it's just the iPhone app that I've downloaded on my iPad. So I just enlarge it so then it fills up the whole screen. It's totally fine. I don't mind it because when you download the images, there's more than enough resolution for either the iPhone or the iPad, especially if you shoot in RAW. So let's say you want to take a photo. Click on Take Photos. I'm not sure if you heard that, but the mirror just locked up. and went into live view for my camera. So I'll wave my hand in front of it. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see my hand. I'm waving in front of the lens, so that's live view. It gives you some basic information, but you can't change any of it. So I have everything set to manual. So I have it at 1/20th of a second, f1.4, tells you how many pictures you have left on the memory card and your battery life. So before you take a picture, if you want to adjust your focus, you can tap on the screen, and then it'll grab focus. So you can tap here, grab focus, see if it'll do this. I'm not sure if it'll, yep, in fact, it'll focus back there, focus on the box, focus here. Yep. And then if you want to take a picture, you just click on the shutter release, and then you just take a picture. If you want to take another picture, let's say you want to focus back here, another picture. Now, I have it set to where it's not going to download after each and every picture. You can change that, however, here. So here you have some basic settings when you're in live view. You're shooting, you're using the wireless device. If you want to use your camera, you click here, and then now you can go ahead and use your camera, and it kind of turns off the wireless device. But I'll turn it back on here, and you hear the mirror lock up and grab focus again. I have live view turned on, and here's where I have the download after turned off. If I have it slid to the on position, every time you take a picture, it's going to start dumping the images into your iPad or iPhone. And since I'm shooting in RAW in this case, it takes about 15 seconds or so for each image, and that's kind of a long time. So I have it set to off, and then I'll go through the pictures later and download the ones that I want. Anyway, so let's say you did that. Now you want to actually download the photos. Go to View Photos, View Pictures on your D600. Shows all the pictures you've taken. You can open one of the pictures, and here you can zoom. Here's where you can pinch zoom. I forgot to mention, let me get back to it. When you're here, when you're taking a photo here, you can't pinch zoom. It's just stationary. You just got to go with what it gives you. But after you've taken the photo, here you can open and you can pinch zoom into the photo. And if you want to see some information on this photo, you click on this information button here. Tells you some basic stuff, the title, the type of file, so it's a RAW file, NEF, Nikon, the date in which it was recorded, the image size, no location, that's for geotagging, and the file size. So this file is 26 megabytes. So let's say I wanted to download all of them or one of them or whatever. If you have your card was full, it'd fill up this whole section. You just click select, and then you just tap, and then you'll see a green check mark appear on the photos. So let's just download one. Let's just download this one here. Then you have that green check mark on, and then you select download, download here, and then it'll start downloading. So again, this was, I think, 25 or 26 megabytes. I can't remember. This is how long it takes for one file. All right, and that's it. Now you've downloaded it onto your device. Click done, and then you can go back. So you can look at your camera roll here on your iPad, and you can see the pictures right there. Same thing, and it has your whole, all the other photos on here as well. Some basic settings here from the main menu of the app. If you click on the settings menu, which the cool thing here that I like is it has a synchronized clock option. So what it'll do is it'll synchronize your camera clock to whatever your iPad or iPhone device clock settings are. So I have it set to on. So if you're going from different time zones and things like that, especially if you're syncing to your iPhone, it'll correct your clock on your camera, which is pretty cool. You got this battery warning level. You can set the camera to, you can set it to warn you when your camera's at 30% or smart devices at 30%. You can change those. It's got some instructions and some just basic information here. One thing you might want to be aware of when you're taking photos, you might not want to shoot in RAW. You might want to shoot in JPEG Fine, or Basic even. Just so the downloads will go faster onto your iDevice. So then From there, you can email them a little bit quicker. You can, you know, post it on Facebook or whatever you want to do with the file after, Instagram or whatever social media device you want to use, or just give them to friends. So you might want to shrink the file. But I wanted to show you how long it took for one raw file, a 26 megabyte file, to push over. It's a pretty simple app. It's not a full tethering device. It's just really designed for you to take some basic pictures with your camera on a tripod using live view, and you can pick the focus points and then transfer the stuff over. It's not a full tethering device. And that's about it. Okay, so that's essentially how the device works and all its basic features. For myself, I think it's great. You know, like I said, I only mainly use it, or I will mainly use it, just so I can take images from my camera to my iOS device, you know, out in location, not have to wait to download them. And I know some devices like the Canon 6D has the wireless Wi-Fi module built into the camera, so that's kind of cool. Nikon does not have that in any of their cameras, so you have to get a device like this, or like an iFi card or something like that. Or even Toshiba makes a device where you can do that if you're interested in, you know, transferring images on the fly. If you're looking for a full tethering device, when I was reading the reviews and researching what I wanted to do, whether if I wanted to get an iFi card or a Cam Ranger or this device, a lot of people were not happy with the software or the app that it comes with, mainly because they believe that it should be able to do a lot more, which it probably should. But I knew that going into it, and I really wouldn't use all those remote features. So I was okay with it. But if you're looking for a full tethering device, this is fairly limited, so this probably won't answer or won't be the solution for all your tethering issues. Anyway, if you have any questions on the device, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.